Hello, today the topic I want to talk about is feelings of inadequacy. Feelings of inadequacy and trying to fill that hole in your heart. Sometimes people think Buddhism is very negative because of this fundamental teaching, the first noble truth. Life is full of suffering. Life is full of suffering. But the word being translated as suffering here is dukkha. Dukkha. And the case has been made that this word should be translated as dissatisfaction or something along those lines. Unfortunately, like I feel like words like dissatisfaction don't mean that much to us. And I don't know about you, but to me, suffering has always brought thoughts to my mind of horrible things happening, like being stabbed or burned, right? Like getting a terminal illness, like breaking a bone, like things like that. And that's not what we're talking about most of the time. Most of the time, the suffering we experience in this life is the quiet desperation of ordinary struggle. The quiet desperation of ordinary struggle. You love someone that doesn't love you back. You have to go to work every day and you really don't want to. Your bills are piling up and you don't know how you're going to pay them all. Or even just things like you're bored. That's a lot of the dukkha, the suffering that we experience in life. A lot of it's not being burned, right? I've also heard dukkha described as like having an ox cart with a broken wheel. That's what they used to say back then. That's how it used to be described in the Buddhist time. And I don't know what an ox cart is really, but what I imagine is Oregon Trail. Everyone in their 40s will get that reference. I don't know if older and younger folks will, but everyone in their 40s will. So, because I don't really know what an ox cart is, I like to imagine a shopping cart instead. We've all had that experience, I think, where you get a shopping cart at the store and one of the wheels is a little messed up. So you're just going about your business in the store, in the grocery store once, and every once in a while the wheel gets stuck and it's like boom, boom, right? It's irritating, but it's not so irritating that it will completely ruin your trip to the store. It's just bothersome enough to create some mild unpleasantness. And that's what life is like. Sometimes it's like our cart has one broken wheel, sometimes two, and sometimes it's like none of our wheels are working, right? And sometimes it's like a wheel's just a tiny bit broken. That's dukkha. But I want to talk about some of the suffering we experience in some of the dukkha we experience in relationships and desires. Relationships and desires are the main things that seem to get us in trouble in life and leave us unsatisfied and feeling lost. We often feel like we have a hole in our hearts, an unmet need. We feel this way sometimes. This makes us put expectations on our experience and also on the people around us. Because we have this unmet need that we think we have, we want that need to be filled. And we expect the world, the universe to fill it, or we expect the people around us, our partners or friends or relatives, to fill it. Expectation is the root of all heartache. That's a quote that gets attributed to Shakespeare, but as far as I know, he didn't really say that. So it's a Shakespeare quote, but it is a quote that really resonates. Expectation is the root of all heartache. So people think someone important must have said it. That's why that fake quote is really thoroughly believed. In his book, The Four Immeasurables Practices to Open the Heart by B. Alan Wallace, he writes, and I quote, "We tend to engage with a sense of need. I need a job. I need love. I need affirmation. I need affection. I need respect. I need more money. I need more possessions. I need more happiness. This is the realm of the eight mundane concerns. There's nothing wrong with needing something in and of itself, but a sense of inadequacy and incompleteness is not conducive to a heart of loving kindness. The mind that reaches out to other people, to the environment, to provide what it seems to lack itself, is a mind that is ignorant of its own resources for peace and happiness. End quote. We are looking outside ourselves for contentment all the time. We don't think we have enough, and we don't think we are enough also. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. This is fundamentally true of all human beings. The things we want, we can't get enough of. And this is true whether it's possessions or the right career or physical affection or attention, whatever it is. We can't get enough. But the truth is, most of the time, not always maybe, but most of the time, we really do have enough. Our personal fulfillments can come from within ourselves. And I'm not speaking about like if you don't have enough food in your house or you can't make the rent, but I'm speaking about when we feel like people don't love us enough, or we feel like we're upset we can't get the latest iPhone, right? That's what I'm talking about. We don't have to keep chasing things all the time. We don't have to fixate on how we aren't getting enough of what we want. We can focus on other things. In Buddhism for Beginners, the nun Thubten Chodron writes, and I quote, "The attitude of contentment enables us to enjoy life and experience more satisfaction." End quote. I think that's really true. That really resonates with me. Chasing after our every desire all the time just does not serve us very well. In relationships, this can manifest as expecting our partner to be anything and everything to us. I know that's something that I've struggled with a great deal. And in our spending habits, this can manifest as buying too much stuff we don't need. And then we're out of money, right? And that also is something I've struggled with a great deal. What a world we live in. We make ourselves suffer. And I want to suggest that we can cultivate a different state of mind. A state of mind that says, this is enough. Instead of, why don't I have more of what I want? This is enough. A state of mind that says, right now it's like this, instead of, why is this happening to me? You know, things that we think aren't supposed to happen all the time, right? Marriages are ruined. We get divorced. We get diagnosed with illnesses that are chronic, right? We see the people we love and care about suffer and die. And we're all getting older, right? Things happen that we don't want to happen. And we can either come at that and lament about it and be like, why is this happening? Or we can just move forward and say, okay, right now it's like this. What can I do? What can I do? There's an inner peace that's available to us. And we just have to keep walking this Buddhist path and we'll find it. It's past time to let go of the lives we think we're supposed to have and to see the lives in front of us. Contentment is there and it's in our hearts already. I hope this talk's been helpful. I love you all. Have a good day.